Considering everything I've revealed on this show about my life, I thought that I should reveal this to you. And this might be one of the more embarrassing things that I've ever revealed about my personal life. I have been watching Emily in Paris. It's a show called Emily in Paris, and I've been watching this Nicole Kidman, Hugh Grant show on HBO
Which is heavy, dude.
Yeah, The Undoing or something. It's really, really well done. And my wife walked into the room, and I have my tablet there, and she goes, "Oh, you're watching Nicole Kidman, Hugh Grant?" I go, "No." And she goes, "Well, what are you watching?" I go, "Emily in Paris." And she goes, "What? Oh my God, what are you doing?" And then she goes, "Do the Danettes know you're watching Emily in Paris?" I go, "No." She goes, "Well, you better tell them."
Lily Collins?
Yeah, that's Phil Collins' daughter.
She's
great.
very talented.
Yes. Emily in Paris.
Emily in Paris follows Emily, a driven 20-something American from Chicago who jets off to Paris for an unexpected job opportunity. She is tasked with bringing an American point of view to a venerable French marketing firm.
Yeah, I don't know if the reviews are great, and then she's viewed as the ugly American. Yes, McLovin?
I would have been shocked if you had not watched Emily in Paris.
Oh,
No, you.
Really?
Oh, yeah, you like Entertainment Tonight. You like magazines. You're the gossip king. Like, who celebrity couples dating?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're watching Emily in Paris.
Yeah, but you like Sex.
No, I did not like Sex in the City.
Did you watch Sex and the City? Have you gone on a Sex and the City tour within the last calendar year?
Yes. Calendar year.
You have mentioned many times that you lived near Sarah Jessica Parker.
Bonjour.
This is you at home smoking a cigar.
I know.
There's nothing else on? They're not building a cabin somewhere?
It was before the game last night. And I that's the most embarrassing thing I think I've ever revealed about myself. Yes, Paul.
I just heard McLovin go, "It's a great show."
It's a great show. It's a really good show.
It's not.
It's okay.
It's not. But I can't turn it off.
I've seen every episode twice.
Dale in Indiana. Hey, Dale, what's on your mind today?
5'9", 175. Yeah, Dan, I have a question for you about your choice of TV shows. You mentioned in the past you would not watch shows like Game of Thrones after watching the first episode, right?
Yeah.
So maybe help me out here. Explain to me what it is about the first episodes of Outer Banks and Emily in Paris that tells you, hey, you know what? I want to see this to the end.
Great question.
It is a fair question, and I don't have an answer, Dale. I wish I did. But I tried Game of Thrones, and once they pushed the kid out of the window, and then I was like, all right. It felt like I might have to talk about this or understand it or go a little deeper. Outer Banks or Amélie in Paris, I don't really have to explain too much because it's pretty simple. Yeah, see.
So Andrew came in one day and was talking about Emily in Paris and was like, this is a really great show. So I went home that night. My wife was like, what do you want to watch? I was like, I don't know. Andrew said that the show is good. We should check it out. Okay, we put it on and watched in silence for about 5 minutes. And about 5 minutes in, she was just like, you seriously want to watch this?
Yeah, okay.
And I said, well, not really. I don't think this is for
Okay,
us.
first of all, I love Paris.
Same.
It's spectacular.
Yes.
And I am sort of watching. The city has its own personality. And I'm watching for Paris, not Emily. Yes, Paul.
Okay, I think you hit it on the head. You watch shows like Outer Banks and Emily in Paris, and Fritzy watches the housewife shows because you could kind of remove your head and your brain for 45 minutes and not think and just soak it in. And it takes no thought or thinking about the plot or the storyline or anything. Like Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, The Wire, you got to kind of pay attention.
Yeah, but understand that I do this 3 hours a day, and you got to be, all senses got to be, on alert, Amber Alert here. And I get done, and the last thing I want to do is, talk sports. I will watch sports because I know I have to, but if there's downtime in between, then I'm going to watch something that's sort of mindless there. Yes.
But there's lots of mindless television that you can sit and put on, and it requires zero thought, zero interaction, zero anything. You just lay there like a zombie and watch.
Yeah.
You just happen to enjoy this particular genre of mindless television.
No, but I'm watching, what's the Nicole Kidman show on HBO?
Yeah.
Undoing?
That's heavy.
That's very heavy.
Yeah.
I love it. Spectacular. Cobra Kai, that's a little more like Emily in Paris or Outer Banks with John B. Yes, McLovin.
I actually find Emily in Paris a little stressful. Like every show, she's in this incredibly awkward Larry David-like situation. They steal some curb, and she's always screwing everything up. Like she should get out of Paris.
Well, she's not welcome in Paris.
She doesn't speak French.
No, she does not.
And you've been, Dan, right? Like
Yes,
you
I have.
tried to speak French.
I have tried to speak French when I'm in France. That helps. They just want you to try, and that's what I'm trying to do. By the way, the French, not a good reaction to Emily in Paris. The French are not happy with Emily in Paris in real life. Just letting you know. Nick in South Carolina. Hi, Nick. What's on your mind today?
Well, I guess I got to say bonjour, DP.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. As someone who got sucked into Outer Banks and Amelie and Paris because of my wife, I got a show recommendation for you.
All right.
It's called Dash and Lily. It's about two teens that fall in love over journal entries that they pass back and forth throughout New York City around the holidays. It sounds kind of corny, but it works kind of like those two. It's got the same quirky charm as Never Have I Ever. And I know you really like that, as did I, though there's no John McEnroe in this one.
All right. Yeah, Never Have I Ever. Johnny Mac's the voice in that. Yes, McLovin.
My Netflix algorithm is pushing Dash and Lily to me so hard, and I
Yeah.
know yours is too.
Yeah.
Every 5 minutes, I get an ad for that.
Yes. But once again, if I want to man up, then I watch Yellowstone on Peacock with Kevin Costner. Season 3 coming out November 22nd. Anybody got any arguments with that? No, you don't. Il faut que je leave.
You better sprinkle in some ice road
I
truckers
know,
and really.
I do. But I build off the grid.
Okay.
I mean, I'm always building off the grid. Barnyard builders.
Ice Road Truckers is funny because they're always at a really dangerous spot, and I don't know if we're going to make it.
It's the same storyline with Ice Road Truckers.
Over and over and over. In the same episode, you get the exact same storyline 5 different ways.
One of these years, the ice is going to break.
And one of these years, building off the grid, they're not going to get the house done. Or they get divorced or something tragic happens.
We caught up with them 9 months later. They were still piling the sandbags.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes, McLovin.
Those guys are even cattier than the people on Real Housewives, half those shows. But by the way, I put up the poll, should Dan be embarrassed about watching Emily in Paris? 63% saying yes. That's not bad.
I'm okay with that. You know what I love about this show is the audience we share, reciprocate. You make a mistake, you say it. You forget something, you say it. You're watching something you shouldn't be watching, you say it.
DP and Pelly.
Billy?
DP and Pelly.
I wish.
What happens when a sportscaster moves to Paris?
Yeah, but doesn't speak French. Paris Saint-Germain.